Today I'm going to be doing my top 5 nightlife videos or places that I enjoyed the most, my opinion. I'll try to throw some videos in, but with the music it's usually pretty hard for the copywriting. But once again, I'm going to give you my 5 top nightlife countries. I've been to 40 of them. I've been partying in a lot of them. So once again, my opinion, the basis will be on the cost of the night out, the environment of the night out, how much you can choose from to go, and pretty much my fun meter. Now, I've been a lot of places. I've had fun in a lot of places. But I'm going to give my top 5, and I'll throw in a bonus one. If you want more of a relaxing party night, the bonus will be for that. It's been a while since I've made a video. I had an old injury act up, couldn't walk for a little while, and then I got sick for like 3 weeks, and I was not in the mood to make any videos, which I apologize, and they're going to be coming more often now. I'm pretty much 100%, and I'm back, and I made my top 5 videos with a bonus. Here you go. Hollywood out. Check out the White Monkey Syndicate. Yo, welcome back. It's Uncle Hollywood. I'm here to give you my top 5 nightlifes. Once again, I've been all over the world, been to like 40 countries. I party pretty hard in every one. I also sightsee. I don't sleep too much when I travel. So this is my top 5 spots for nightlife. My opinion, once again, I've been partying a long time and in a lot of countries, and these are my top 5. Number 5 is Dublin, Ireland. There they use the euro, just so you know. So the beers are a little expensive. You're gonna spend a few bucks, but they have a main street with all these pubs. It's called Grafton Street, and on this street, I mean, you can go pub crawling all night long. And at the very end, you have the Templar Bar. Templar Bar is the oldest bar in Ireland. I believe it's been around since 1840. A little bit extra expensive compared to the other pubs. You know, you might spend €4 on the other pubs, and this one's going to be 5. It's the oldest one, so they use it. But they have good music in every pub. The street is as live as anything. They got things you can do on the street. You're allowed to drink on the street. You're allowed to take a beer to one place or the other. So once again, Grafton Street is the name of the biggest street in Dublin. It's got the most shopping, the most stores. It's pretty much the most walked street in Dublin. Beers are a little expensive. Music is awesome. Pubs are awesome. You know, they have the Heineken factory. They have the Jameson factory. So during the day, you can go visit them. Quick story, I was in the Guinness factory, and they have a place where you get online to get some free samples. Pretty much right there for about an hour. I just kept going online, and nobody ever stopped me. So, you know, quick tip, if you're there and they're still doing that, not sure if they are, use the line and drink some Guinness. Jameson was interesting. I only had 1 shot there. But if you want to tune up during the day, just go to the Guinness factory and then head over to Jameson, have a shot. It's free, except for getting into the place. And it's interesting to see how they make everything. And then at night, you just go to Grafton and bar hop and pub hop and enjoy yourself. Number 4, Ukraine. Loved it. I was in Kiev, Lviv, Odessa. Super cheap, super cheap. A beer is about $1 American and less if it's a euro. They use the Harvania as their money, I believe. So the money you get for your American money is unbelievable. You go out all night and spend $20 with food. And the nightclubs are insane. The people are nice. Good views to look at. Kiev has a lot more nightclubs. They have a subway system that can just take you back and forth, so it's pretty easy to get around. I like Lviv. Lviv, more of an older city, older town. You know, they have coffee bars that are under the ground with rock music. They got pubs and bars everywhere. So I like Lviv better than Kiev. Both places are good. You know, Kiev had some good bars, and it's very cheap. Same as Lviv. Lviv might be a little cheaper. Ukraine stays open later. Lviv closes a little earlier. Now, if you're looking for ocean and kind of like a Miami vibe, you know, laying in cabanas on the beach, then you want to go to Odessa. I believe there's a complex and it's called Arcadia. Excuse me. And it's a complex with all bars. You just walk up and down, but they have a lot of beach bars and good views right on the water. And it's super cheap. Or you could take a bus from I would stay at an Airbnb in the Ukraine because you get a 2-bedroom for like $20 for 2 days. And you just party your ass off. Now in Odessa, like I said, it's more the beachy. It is a touch more expensive in the Odessa beach bars, but if you go to the clubs within the city, it's pretty cheap. They also have a main drag with all restaurants and pubs that you can do a little extra expensive. And when I say expensive, it might be $2 a beer. And you just go. I try not to get shit-faced anymore. I learned after my first few countries, you got to kind of be aware of yourself. And so my number 4 is Ukraine. I enjoy Lviv more than Odessa and Kiev, but it depends what you're looking for. Number 3, which I was close to putting at number 2, which we'll get to. But number 3 is Belgrade, Serbia. And I believe their currency is the dinar. They're based off the Savia River and the Danube River. They connect. And they have on the river a bunch of boats. Actually, they're boats, but they're clubs and bars on the boats. And you could just go one to the other. And unbelievable. It's cool to party on a boat, first of all. Second of all, you're right off the water. Third of all, super cheap. You get a beer for, once again, $2, and they're huge mugs. And they have DJs on boats and bands, so you get to choose where you're from. And at night, if you don't want to do the boat, they have pretty good bars and clubs within the city. So Serbia is really good as a party place. Like I said, it was like close to number 2, which we'll get to pretty soon. But once again, number 5, Dublin. Number 4, the Ukraine. Number 3, Serbia, Belgrade. I'm telling you, the boats are fucking unbelievable. Party, drink, and it's really cheap to get around. This is Uncle Hollywood. I'm giving you the advice that you need. Check out the nightlife. Coming up, number 2, number 1, and I'm throwing in a bonus. Hollywood, Uncle Hollywood, back with your top 5 for nightlifes around Europe. Giving you the money, the exchange that you're going to have. And when I throw in nightlife, it's convenient to get to. It's cheap, and there's a lot of fun. The music's out there, so I throw a lot of things into my ratings. And this is what I came up with. Before, I said this is kind of runner-up with Serbia. Number 2 is Romania, Bucharest. I think they use the leu for currency. And your dollar is like $3 there. So your money value isn't as much as it would be for the Ukraine or Serbia. That's why I was going to think about putting Serbia number 2. But Romania, I'm going to say I had one of the best 2 nights in my life in Bucharest on the main drag. It's the historic center, and it's Solaris Street. And there's pubs and bars all over this area, and it's pretty cheap. Like I said, it's for $1 you get 4, so a beer's like $2.50, $3. But you have a choice, and it's outdoors, tables everywhere, pubs, bars. They sell my favorite beer, Carlsberg. Denmark is not in my top 5, but Carlsberg is number 1 for beers that I like around the world. I just figured I'd throw that in. They're not giving me an advertisement, but if you want to throw it my way, I'll take the advertisement for it. But once again, Romania. People get pretty drunk in Romania. It's fun to people watch. Once again, you can pick a bar that has a band playing right outside the window. You can sit there and watch and listen and just drink some beers. I got fucked up there and I got home pretty good. So I give that a good night out. And Romania, you could walk around from the historic center and they have parks. Inside the parks they have places that you can get like food really cheap if you didn't want to spend a little extra money at the pub and you just want to go drinking there. Right around there's a park. I'm not sure the name of it, but they do have food vendors in there and it's pretty cheap to eat. Just give you a little tip there. But once again, Romania number 2 on my list, and it was close to Serbia. But I just had a little better time in Romania. It was just one of the best nights I've had in Europe. So I would definitely recommend. Number 1, Budapest Hungary. They use the forint as their money. And you get like, your dollar is like 500 forint, which you can get a beer for like 50 cents. They also have hop on, hop off, so you could drink and just get on the hop on, hop off, and kind of go around and hit the pubs and the bars. They're pretty good. You pay once in the morning. They're good for 24 hours or until it shuts down, which are different times. Now you have the Buda side and you have the Pest side. The Pest side is more of after you've partied your ass off on the Buda side, the next day you go over to all the spas and you detox and you get sweated out and you freeze it out, you massage it out, and it's super cheap to go to the spas there. Even the spas, they have at night on weekends, only Friday and Saturday only. They have huge pool areas and spa areas which they throw parties at, and you're in the water and everybody's in bikinis and bathing suits, bunch of partying going on. So they have different options that you can do. They also have the Ruins Bar. These are old apartment complexes that were kind of busted up and they're now turned into several floors of pubs, bars, music, different genres. It's just, I believe there's 4 of them all over Budapest, and up to you what you like more. I went to a few of them, and they're all pretty much the same. I also went to Morrison's. There's so many options in Budapest. Liquid Rock is a bar where you get the Iron Maiden beer, the Motorhead beer. I've showed it in other videos. They have most of their beers are from rock bands and metal bands, and it's posters everywhere. Great heavy metal music. So Budapest doesn't stop. It doesn't shut down. You can party all night, sightsee, and then go to one of the spas and then party again. The money's unbelievable. It's easy to get around. They have many options. I would recommend the summer. And once again, I think they call it the Spartans in Budapest. The Spartans. That's where you party in the spas and everything. And they're only open Friday, Saturday. So, check out what time you're going. I would recommend Budapest if you're going to travel for 2-3 days. Do it on the weekend. There's a lot more to do. Things shut down a lot. So that's my top 5. Number 5 was Dublin. Once again, Dublin is very, very dear to my heart. I love it very much. Sorry about that. Number 4, Ukraine. Ukraine was very cheap. get easy to get around. They have good views, if you know what I mean. It's just very cheap, simple to get around, and the party nightlife is unbelievable, and they love foreigners there. Number 3 was Belgrade, Serbia. Number 2 was Romania, once again, Budapest, in Bucharest, Romania. And my number 1 was Hungary in Budapest. Now I'm going to give you a bonus one, because I kind of can't leave it out. Been there 6-7 times already. That's where my plane always kind of landed, which is in Holland, and it's Amsterdam. Beers are pretty expensive there. You're using the euro. But I'm guessing if you go to the red light district and Amsterdam, you're going for the 420 experience, which I would recommend Googling the coffee shops and then kind of renting a bicycle and ride from one to, make a little crawl from it. And go inside, sit down with some of the people from around the world and just convo. And, maybe do a half hour in each one, because the riding the bike will keep the blood going and you don't get crazy. I would also say with space cakes, make sure you're responsible with them, because they will space you out. People have passed out. I've kind of blacked out of myself on my first time I ever went there. And I was by myself, and I learned not to eat as much, or do it if you're going with somebody. So that's my bonus, Holland. It's more of a relaxed nightlife. It's more of a sit down, smoke a little bit, and watch the people around you. They got some good sites. They got the Heineken factory, which you can go in. They have a bar and they have cheap beers, good food in the area. So I throw a bonus of Holland and Amsterdam for my the red light districts. It's expensive, so 2-3 days I would say max. The museums you book in advance. They're usually sold out if you get there. So that's my top 5 with a bonus, and I appreciate you sticking around. I know it's been a while. This is Hollywood. I'm out. I'll be back soon. I'm feeling a lot better, and the videos will start shooting out more. Subscribe, notify, comment, give me a shout if you want me to do something. Appreciate if you watch. Uncle Hollywood. Have a nice day.